it's Thomasina. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what took you so long? I'm a model, among many other things, based in New York City, and on my channel I give you tips and tricks on how to build a successful career as a model, and I give you guys an inside look on my lifestyle as a model. And one of the most important things you need to understand as a model is, what are your options? What types of models are there, and what type of model are you? So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. I'm going to run through the most common and most popular types of models, and hopefully that can give you a little bit more insight so that you can determine what is best for your look and where you would be the most successful in this industry. So let's jump right into it. Ooh. Oh, is this supposed to be an off-the-shoulder dress? It might be an off-the-shoulder dress. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you guys, but when I first became interested in modeling, I was so focused on runway modeling. I just knew I was about to be the next Naomi Campbell. I've always had a really strong runway walk. I was actually trained by Miss North Carolina USA, but I was never the tallest in the room, and I was definitely never the skinniest in the room, especially when I was younger. It probably wasn't the best sector of the industry for me to target, but that's just what I wanted to do. So the first model that we're going to talk about are your high fashion models. These are the girls that are doing your high-end runway shows, the Dior, Chanel, your high-end couture shows, Paris Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. They are in the shows for every fashion week, usually very tall, usually more slender. The high fashion sector of the industry is one of the parts of the industry that is still very strict on measurements and body type. It is the least diverse sector of the industry. If you look at the big high-end luxury brand runway shows, like 90% of the models all look the same. It's simply because the high fashion sector of the industry is just not as inclusive yet. So outside of runway, these are also going to be the major campaigns for large luxury brands like Gucci or Guess, your Chanel's, your Versace. The models that you see in those campaigns, those are your high fashion models. Granted, as the years go on, you start to see a little bit more diversity. Like Halima is an example of a petite model who is high fashion, but we have accepted her into the high fashion sector of the industry. Paloma is another woman. She's plus size, but you don't see many plus size models on the runway, but she is an exception to the rule. So again, your high fashion models, the high fashion sector of the industry is going to be a little more exclusive than every other sector, and it tends to be more restrictive on like what you look like specifically. So it's definitely a little bit harder to get into the high fashion sector of the industry, but it's not impossible, so don't count it out. The second type of model is a fitness model. So these are going to be your Nike campaigns, your Adidas campaigns, the models that you see all over Dick's Sporting Goods, people who maybe played sports growing up and they still have that skill set, they still have that ability. I've done campaigns for Kith, I've done campaigns for Adidas. I'm still working on my Nike contract, but it's coming. This is the year, I'm claiming it. I've done Puma. I just recently, my Puma campaign actually just released. That was a pretty big one and very exciting. So if you are someone who, you know, grew up in sports, or maybe you picked up a hobby like tennis or something, and you have like some kind of athletic ability, fitness modeling is a great space, a great sector of the industry to be in. It's definitely going to be a lot of commercial, a lot of catalog work, some, you know, digital moving video, maybe even some TV commercials. There are so many different types of media that you can be a part of as a fitness model, and so it's definitely a great sector to be in. The third type of model is a beauty model. If you just have a killer face, killer cheekbones, beautiful teeth, beauty modeling is definitely for you. And it could be high-end luxury beauty, or it could be, you know, your basic like Neutrogena products. And so I've done, you know, just the typical retail everyday brand, and I've also done your high-end luxury. I've done YSL Beauty a few times. They're one of my favorite clients. I've also done like It Cosmetics, or I've also done KVD Beauty. And the good thing about beauty work is that you don't have to have super clear skin. There's an opportunity for people who maybe have rosacea or acne or eczema, because a lot of these clients want to showcase how their products work on real skin. I did a campaign with It Cosmetics when my skin was at its worst. I had an allergic reaction to biotin, and it took my skin about 6 to 7 months to clear up completely. But within that time, It Cosmetics booked me for their CC cream, and it was basically showcasing the full coverage of the CC cream because I had all this acne. But then, oh, look how beautiful and flawless my skin looks once I put the It Cosmetics CC cream on there. So if you do have acne or discoloration, hyperpigmentation, sometimes clients will specifically look for people like you so that they can showcase how well their products work on real, day-to-day skin. And so with the beauty brands, you're going to be focused on skincare, makeup. If you have a great smile, beauty modeling would be a great sector for you. The fourth kind of model is going to be your commercial model. These are the models that you're going to see in like a Target commercial or a JCPenney commercial or a Macy's commercial. Very smiley, think more lifestyle, not so more high-end, fierce. These are going to be your smiley, bubbly, lively types of models. So for me, my look can skew editorial, high-end editorial if I don't smile. But once I smile, it becomes very beauty, very commercial. If you're someone with a nice smile, if you're someone with a good personality, commercial modeling would probably be a great sector of the industry for you to consider. And again, that is where they're paying the big bucks because you could be spread across all avenues of the industry. Like you could be a commercial fitness model or a commercial beauty model. It's also going to be a lot of basic like e-commerce work. And also, if you're going to be a commercial model, it would be great to even like pick up some acting classes along the way so that you can learn how to read script, learn how to read teleprompters if you need to, learn how to memorize copy. So these are things or skills if you're good at, those would be good to, incorporate into your commercial modeling resume, so to speak. And the last type of model that I'm going to touch on today is parts modeling. A lot of people don't know about parts modeling, but there are specific agencies just tailored to parts modeling. You're probably wondering, what is parts modeling? Like, what are you even talking about? It is just what it sounds like. You are modeling parts of your body. The most common form of parts modeling is using your hands. Now, I've always thought I had the ugliest hands. Like, even right now, they're so ashy and just crusty all the time. But clients tend to like my hands. So I've done, I posted a TikTok, actually, one that went viral. I showed my audition to get the job, and then I showed the actual commercial of when I did the job, and it was literally just my hands like building a teddy bear out of towels for Valentine's Day. And it was such a fun job, paid super well. So even though you're just using your body parts and your face is typically not shown, parts modeling can pay really well. So you can model with your hands, you can model with your lips, you can model with your feet, you can model with your legs, you can model with your bum. I've literally done it all. So if you take care of your body, you take care of your skin, you have like minimal scarring, even if you have a lot of tattoos, it's a smaller market because it is very niche, but some clients are looking for people with, full tattoo sleeves, full leg sleeves. So if you have a lot of tattoos, that could be a market for you too, but parts modeling is definitely something to look into, even if you want to do it on the side. Like if you mainly want to be a fitness model, but you also want to work parts time to time, that is a great way to just continue making a lot of money and making sure that you're booked and busy most of the time. So I would say those are the top 5 types of models for you to consider if you're trying to figure out how you can get into the modeling industry and you're trying to figure out where would you fit in the best. Start with these basic 5 types of models and kind of do like a full body scan. Think about your skill set, think about your background, and figure out, where do you see yourself making the most money? Where do you see yourself being the most marketable? I think that's going to be the easiest way for you to determine what type of model you can be and what agencies you should be applying to. So for someone like me, I fall into every category of modeling, so you don't have to pigeonhole yourself to one category of modeling, but I do find that it's easier for you to narrow down which type of model you want to be, so then you can kind of build your portfolio to resemble that. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have more specific questions about how to get started in the modeling industry, definitely drop them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to make another video on it. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye! 'Cause I'm not just a pretty girl.